Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Seen and Supported with me, Shellie Stark, full of conversations that will heal, inspire, and remind you that you are never alone. This is a safe space for honest conversations and tools for resilience and stories that will remind you that you are not alone. I will often call you all my free birds, and you'll know why as we get into the podcast. But I am your host, Shellie, and this is our very, very first episode. So, yay! I want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for pressing play, for choosing to spend your time here with me, and for trusting me with your ears and your heart. If you're here, chances are you felt the same way that I've felt about the weight of the challenges that often go unseen, the exhaustion of always being strong for everyone else, or the quiet ache wanting just to be understood. This podcast is a safe space, a place for you to know that you can have honest conversations. And as I said, reminding you that you are not alone. I created this space because I know what it feels like to carry the challenges in silence. I know what it feels like to feel invisible and to have longed for a community that truly understands. I've been in those moments where you've wanted to be strong for everyone else, but inside your desire is for someone to ask how you're doing. Again, this podcast is a safe space, a place where we'll share our honest conversations, tools, stories, and as I said, remind you, you are not alone. So, I want to share a personal story with you, and it's attached to my caregiving journey. And if any of you have ever been a caregiver, you'll definitely understand where this is coming from. But if you haven't felt like you are connected to being a caregiver, by the end of this, you will know that you have been a caregiver. But I'll tell you why this podcast exists, and it's for the unseen, the struggles, the silence that many of us carry, and the importance of naming what those struggles are. That, to me, truly means more than you know, because once we name it, then we own it. When I think about why I started this podcast, the first word that comes to my mind is caregiving. My personal journey has been deeply shaped by what it means to show up for others, sometimes family, sometimes friends, while also trying to hold on to myself. When I think back to my journey, caregiving is where so much of this begins for me. Being a caregiver, it changes you. It asks you to give and then give and then give and then give some more. It teaches you how to show up for someone else, even on the days when you don't feel like you have much to even give, honestly. I jokingly often say I have been a caregiver from the womb. While that could sound wild, if I'm honest, I have even what I did not know that I was a caregiver. Caregiving comes from or comes in many different forms. It can range from emotional support to physical exertion. And I'll tell you, I've done both at full capacity throughout my caregiving experience. Having to carry the weight of another person while standing, I may not look like it, but I am a whopping 4'10" and 130 something pounds, not to mention um pretty tall, but no, joking. But there is things that comes with it. The, you know, meals, having to deal with doctor visits and getting those doctor visits scheduled, understanding what the results look like and what they mean. All of that matters in the sense of when you're caring for someone. You are making sure they're cleaned. You are making sure that, their needs are properly met. And then you realize, well, what about my needs? Are my needs actually properly met? And then you sit, and I know I did. I sat and I thought about it. Well, do you even remember what you need? Do you even know? Have those needs even changed? What does it look like? You know, I I can truly say that during my caregiving experience, I have felt invisible. People would call and they would say, "How's your mom doing?" I would tell them but I really didn't even know how to answer. So when they would ask how I'm doing, I'd say, "I'm fine," because that's what it's expected. Or, I thought about, do I even risk telling them, you know, that I'm not, that I'm overwhelmed and sometimes even resentful? Maybe you have felt that way too. That tension of wanting to be honest, but also wanting to hold it all together. Those experiences shaped me. And because of that, I wanted to discover the resilience isn't about always being strong. It's not about never feeling broken. It's about learning how to keep going even when you don't feel like you can. It's about finding tiny moments of rest or breath or joy and holding on to it. Deep down, you don't have to do this alone. Being disciplined in the storm, the anchor when you forget how to steady yourself, when the waves feel stronger, and when holding on feels impossible. And what I've learned is that resilience isn't about never feeling overwhelmed or broken. It's about finding ways to keep going, to breathe, to rest, and to know even when life feels heavy, we don't have to carry it alone. This show is my way of extending what I needed during those times. A voice in my ear saying, "This is your soft place to land. You matter. Your story matters. And you absolutely are supported here." So, what I can tell you is, and what you can expect, is that we'll chat weekly and we'll come up with practical tools of resilience and encouragement and affirmations. And we'll reassure each episode will be grounding and uplifting. And we'll have heartfelt conversations with guests who've walked through challenges and found ways to grow stronger. And not just ideas, but things you can really take with you into your day to day lives. And we'll have moments where we'll cry, and we'll have moments in the seasons of the hard times, and we'll have moments of hope. And that hope for me, you will be a part of a community. This isn't just me talking into a microphone. This is us building a space where honesty and support can thrive. I want you to know that your voice matters, and that together we can create something healing. So, with every episode, I would like to do what I call get rooted exercise, where we feel safe. If you could just close your eyes and take a deep breath in with me. Exhale and repeat after me. I am seen. I am supported. Let's take another deep breath in through our nose and exhale through our mouth. Know you are supported. When you take your deep breath in and you pause, you're taking time for you. And so, as we wrap up our first episode, I just want you to know that this is a safe space. This is community. And I just want to thank you. Thank you. Thank yourself for being here for our very first episode of Seen and Supported with Shellie Stark. It means so much to me that you've chosen to spend this time together with me, with little old me. But remember, you are seen, you are valued, you are supported. And I'd like to honor an amazing caregiver's heart, Mrs. Rosalind Carter, who said it so eloquently. There are 4 kinds of people in this world: those who have been caregivers, those who are currently caregiving, those who will be caregivers, and those who will need caregivers. And to that, I say at one phase of life, we will all fit into one of those categories. If it's our proper assignment, surrender is far greater than force. So I want you to take this with you. And if today's message resonated with you in any way, where you felt seen in the message, share it with someone who might need to hear it too. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Thank you for showing up, and I thank myself for showing up. This is Seen and Supported with Shellie Stark. Conversations that heal, inspire, and remind you that you are never alone. I will graciously like to share that I will refer to you all as my free birds. So, I'll be back next week with more stories and encouragement. But until then, take a deep breath. Know that you're not alone. And you carry this truth with you wherever you go, every moment and every hour. You are seen, you are supported right here, and your light is stronger than any storm. Thank you. Be free, my free birds. Until next time.